It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. A short kick taken at the 18. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And his first pass is incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
They go play action with Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. Play action. Now Wilson. That is caught by Williams for a Denver touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers now to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Now Wilson on first down. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the 1st half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st down, Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Same connection, Dulcich once again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson out quickly to Judy. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Steps away to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force it.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Bo Melton, 52 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
Well, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Being chased out left. He's got Hamler on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Jones with a nice gain there on 1st down as he takes his forward and call it a pickup of 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Here's Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Extra point try now for Crosby. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat, but a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They run it again with Williams. They find some open field here. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the fourth on the punt fumble. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Rodgers to throw. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now Rodgers. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to be intercepted.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. Fields it right around the goal line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Coaches love the rack run after catch, especially here in overtime. Took the short pass, turned it into a big play.
And that's what coaches talk about when they talk to their teams about what overtime means. How many big plays have to be made in order to win a ball game, and which play will be the big play. Short pass turned into a long run. Maybe that's the play that they needed to spring a victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Finds Dulcich out left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Wilson. Sutton riddling it in on the left side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this. All the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. What can Rodgers do now with his drive? Able to find Jones. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. They picked up a first down and a whole lot more. Forget about just looking for the sticks. They went well beyond the stick.
I know they were talking about guarding the sticks on defense. They didn't guard them very well. They got a big-time completion on a 3rd down. That's almost a backbreaker, isn't it? In overtime, every play's importance is magnified. And that one could turn out to be huge.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear
The silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Touchdown!
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the... He's got a man, complete. The 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, and overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And it'll be all smiles on Blake's.
After that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 23. But that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And break, the tight end's got it. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 41, Brady. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
This out quickly to the left side. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Brady. He's got Otten on the out route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless 1st quarter to this point. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Brady. He's got Otten. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point put through by Succo. And it's now a 7-0 game. Oh, I think the Bucs got it, and they did. Tampa Bay football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Now a play fake. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they've moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers forced out to his left. This pass complete to Melton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. To throw, it's Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And now off to the races down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Rodgers now to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Fournette. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Brady now on 1st down. This is caught by Evans. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady getting it out wide here to Bernard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. To throw is Brady. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something? Because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 32 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. To about the 33-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And some room to maneuver. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 73 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a 1st down. Here's Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On play action, it's Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Giovanni Bernard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, 75 yards. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Brady. Crossing right, and he hits his man. It's Jones. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Giovanni Bernard. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Well timed. I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Brady going to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Bernard. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line. So the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they'll get this back down to a 20-point spread.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late, and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay, and never an easy thing to do. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Green Bay Packers and themselves. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Room here to run. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. 72 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Up the middle, Jones. They got 5 through the air last play. Now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They fake the give. Now Rodgers out to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down and goal. Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are off to a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Rodgers again now. Completes it again to Dobbs. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing is Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Romeo Dobbs. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They run again with Dillon. Down to the 25. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones from 10 yards out. And the Packers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Got Doubs over the middle. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Rodgers dancing to his left. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Rodgers forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Looking deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll go again to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Running right, Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Rodgers. And this one's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying,
Don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. From 19 yards away. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And this will be a Packers first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. An inside give to Jones. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second down, another shot for Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Again, it's Jones. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So advantage Packers here. They'll possess the ball first with a chance to win it here in overtime. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Rodgers. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks.
Touchdown! So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, Parker?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. A field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught right side, it's Lewis. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial.
Dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So that'll do it from